Hey Dazzlers, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are safe and doing well. In today's video, I show you how I made a very inexpensive fireplace cover and screen using inexpensive Dollar Tree mirrors. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. I'm starting off with these 4 Dollar Tree foam boards that I already had at home. I used clear packing tape to attach 2 of my boards together, and then I used a combination of well-bond glue and additional tape to attach the remaining 2 boards right on top. I needed a 24 by 40 inch piece of foam board for this project, so I used an X-Acto knife to cut away the excess. Once I had the correct size, I added more of the tape to the center and the sides of my foam board. Next, I removed 12 of my mirrors from their frames, and I used generous amounts of well-bond glue to attach those mirrors to my foam board. Dollar Tree mirrors are super thin and lightweight, so the well-bond glue is strong enough to adhere them to foam board. Once all 12 of my mirrors were in place, I allowed my glue to dry for about an hour. Next, I'm adding some of these Greek key acrylic mirrors that I picked up from Amazon. Next, I used a Dollar Tree sanding sponge to smooth my foam board rough edges. I then covered the sides of my foam board with self-adhesive mini mirror towels. I'm using leftover material from previous projects, but you can keep this an all Dollar Tree project by using Dollar Tree diamond wrap to cover up the sides of the foam board and by adding some of the 7-inch round mirrors to the center of the design. I used rubbing alcohol to remove the excess glue, and I allowed my design to dry for a full 24 hours. The following day, I removed the film from my acrylic mirrors, and I was ready to hang my design, but I noticed that the center of my design didn't seem as sturdy as I had hoped. This was only an issue down the center where I had taped my 2 foam boards together. So after adding some of these Dollar Tree jumbo craft sticks down the center, my project was much more sturdy. I then attached my new mirrored fireplace cover with Velcro command strips. For project number 2, I'm using the remaining 12 mirrors and the leftover frames from project number 1. To get started, I used E6000 and small amounts of hot glue to attach 3 of my plastic frames together. I had glued several frames together before I realized that I should have been gluing together the 11-inch sides and not the 9-inch sides. Pulling the frames apart damaged them a bit, but I'll show you how I fixed this a little bit later on in the video. I made 3 more pieces like this one, and then I took all 4 pieces out to a well-ventilated area and gave them 2 coats of this silver metallic spray paint. Once my frames were completely dry, I attached all 4 pieces together with these 3/4 inch hinges that I picked up from Home Depot. I started off by placing 3 hinges along the sides of my first 2 pieces. As you can see, these 2 pieces are back to back. I stood my frames up to ensure that the bottom of my design was as flat as possible. To make things a bit easier, I'm pre-drilling holes, but these frames are plastic, so you don't necessarily have to pre-drill in order to get the screws through the plastic frame. As you can see, I've added 3 hinges to my second set of frames as well. In order to connect all 4 frames, I'll turn the frames around and add the hinges to the 2 center frames only. Once my final 3 hinges were attached, I was then able to stand up my design. I thought the sides of my design looked awful and were much more noticeable than I had expected, so I decided to do my best to remove the excess E6000. I sanded the sides as smoothly as I could, and I repainted the sides of my design. To complete the project, I returned all 12 of my mirrors to their frames, and here's the finished look. I used the 12 leftover frames from project number 1 to make a second fireplace screen in the color silver. Since I no longer have the mirrors for these frames, I've decided to cover the cardboard from each of the frames with silver paint and silver glitter. I covered all 12 pieces of cardboard with the silver glitter, and then I sealed my glitter in with 2 light coats of this Mod Podge acrylic sealer that I already had at home. I added the cardboard back to the frames, and when I was done, I had something that looked like this. I'll likely use my new mirrored fireplace cover in the spring and summer, my gold fireplace screen in the fall, and my silver fireplace screen in the winter. Which is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If so, please like, comment, and share. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and be sure to turn on your notifications so that you don't miss my next video. Remember, I upload new videos every single week. So until next time, Dazzlers, bye.